Hi, well, here's some of my thoughts on the Himalayan 411. I bought it with all sorts of different intentions, but it's turning out that it's going to be a long distance tourer for me. It's a 23 plate, 2 years old, done under 5,000 miles. But the thing was, it had obviously been tried and tested, and it had some of the extras that I would have put on anyway. There's about £800 worth of extras on the bike, which saved me doing that. And they were things, there's one or two that were not, but the majority of the things were what I would have put on the bike anyway. And I say it's turning into a long distance tour for me. I don't need a great deal of power, and it's very capable. The power that it does have and the torque that it has, it can take me and my wife Julia and our luggage, no problem at all. Now, when I had the GB, the Honda, that did likewise. But this does the same job, but more comfortable, if you like. And I'll explain that. You've got to realise that this type of bike obviously has got more travel in the suspension, so it tends to naturally soak up irregularities in the road, the ruts, potholes and such like. And it does a very good job. And some of the local potholes and what have you that we have, I've gone over with the 411, and there's nowhere near the jolt that I would get on the GB. The other thing, of course, is it's not just the suspension, the fact that it's got a 21-inch front wheel and wire wheels at that. Now, wire wheels always are better than cast wheels insofar as they're not so easy to clean, but apart from that, wire wheels act as a natural shock absorber, so they take a bit of the stress as well as the suspension, so generally giving you a better ride. That's a known fact, there's no argument over that, that is just physics. So that's one thing. The other thing is the seating position. Now for me, I like that upright position, sit there, and even Julia on the back, she's got a more upright sort of position with me, and we find it quite comfortable. So yeah, that's very good. So it's turning into, as I say, into a tourer for us. And the other thing, of course, is the thing I like is to be able to work on the bike. You can work on the bike so easily, and they've been proven over many years. They've been in production nearly for 10 years, and if you look at the videos across different continents, they've travelled amazing mileages. So for quite a comparatively simple engine, they do remarkably well. I don't know as yet, but I'm expecting to get somewhere between 80 miles to the gallon, seems to be what they reckon, but we shall see as we go on. The other thing is, as I say, it came with other bits and pieces. I didn't particularly like the idea of the original tyres, the Indian made tyres on the bikes, but the tyres have already been changed, and it's got the Metzler Torrance tyres, the same as were on the Honda GB, and they're only about 5 months old, so got good tyres. The suspension's good, the riding position's good. It comes with the Royal Enfield GPS, which works in coordination with your phone. Now, I haven't tried that yet, but I will do, as I'm in the process of getting another phone. My phone is rather old and outdated, and it has the usual things. It has been a fairly modern version. It's got the USB socket, it's got an adjustable side stand, it's got heated grips, hand guards, engine guards, etc. I've probably forgotten something there amongst all that. But generally, it's mostly nearly all there, and it rides nicely. People say about it being underpowered and not being able to do speeds and so forth. Well, that's a little bit controversial, because Kamikaze Moto, who's a Canadian on YouTube, he lived up in the Arctic there, and he flew down to Seattle because they had no Royal Enfields up where he was, so he flew down to Seattle, bought a Himalayan new, and rode it back. Now, he barely got the 300-mile in before he was riding on the American highways. Then he was worried because of all the reports that he was going to be stuck at 60 mile an hour, etc. But he was cruising at 70, 75, and having it over 80 mile an hour. It will do that quite easily. So they will do the speed, and he was cruising around 70 mile an hour for quite long periods of time, and the bike did it. It's worth seeing his videos. It's a surprising bike. I wouldn't have thought of it. It was only somebody mentioned to me, and I thought, I don't know, I didn't look at the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Well, not the old one. I did look at the new one, the 450, and I wasn't particularly taken by it. The old version, if you can call it that, the reason I like it is because just about anybody can do the maintenance on it. It's easy to maintain. The new one, of course, is water cooled. I think the tappets are shimmed. Lots of different things that make a difference to if you're going to own a bike long term, or you're going to do a fair mileage on it, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I think I'm rambling on now, unfortunately. I do apologise. Probably going over several things that I've already mentioned. But as you could probably tell, I'm very pleased. It handles very well. It's quite nimble. The only thing that I'm having is I have a noise, a vibration, I think, that comes up seems to be coming from the engine or from the fuel tank. You're sitting on the bike, you can't hear the engine itself properly because you've got this noise, this vibration, sort of metallic vibration. The thing is, if you're not sitting on the bike, if you're not sitting over the fuel tank, you can't hear it. People outside, when I've ridden by or I've pulled up, they can't hear it. I can't hear it unless I'm actually on the bike. It's really peculiar. It's annoying. It's bloody annoying. But it's one of those things I'm sure I will sort out eventually. I'm going to have the fuel tank off, see whether there's anything underneath the tank that's vibrating. I can't see anything that looks as though apparently the instrument console can bring up some vibrations, and of course the windscreen can in a way amplify that noise. So got some things to sort out. It's not perfect by a long shot, but it's a bloody good bike. So keep watching. I will be hopefully going more places and doing more things with it. And of course the weather now is turning. I'm pleased that it's got the heated grips. I'm sure they will come in very handy. And all the other bits and pieces, and we've fitted the panniers on the bike. I have a tank bag. It's got a carrier on the back. We may sort out a top box for that, but it's a particular fitting, if we can find the right fitting. An M7, Givy M7 fitting. So we'll be looking at some eBay and second-hand top boxes. So all being well, it will progress and we will enjoy.